Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video guide for Ark Survival Evolved. Today in this video, folks, I'm going to show you how to tame a griffin. So if you guys enjoy this video, please don't forget to support me in the channel by hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself, and if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel. Who knows, you might just enjoy them. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos and content to the channel. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Seftopia Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. So obviously there are plenty of guides there on YouTube showing you how to do this. However, they are somewhat out of date in that, of course, there has been a rework in the kibble, so therefore I will be showing that. In terms of taming this creature, you don't need a saddle, and the kibble that it prefers is the extraordinary kibble. So this is right there. That's what it looks like. I do have a guide on how to make all of these kibbles here on the channel. And in order to tame the griffin, you will need to build a trap. The griffin does have a very short attention span, so it will tend to aggro onto other things or lose aggro. So you also want to make sure that it's always following you. So let's get into the building of the trap. We're going to do a 2x3 or 4 base foundation. I think I will go for a 2x4 base foundation. Now the reason for that is the griffin does move around quite a bit, and you do want to kite it into the trap. Once you kite it into the trap, you do want to leave your flyer. In this case, I will be using a pteranodon, and I do suggest that you use a pteranodon to kite the griffin. The griffin does not do a lot of damage, but it does move around quite a bit, and you do want to keep it in the trap until you shut it. Now I did lose a door frame right there, so that means I'll have to get another one. So after you do that, you want to surround the sides of the trap with stone door frames. You can build this out of wood should you want to, however wood will take damage. The griffin does not do a lot of damage, but nonetheless it will do damage to the wooden structures. I'll go and use up all of the door frames. As you can see, I am too short. One is right here, so I'll pick this one up with the S+ demo gun. I suggest you bring some spares should you need to. It's always better to have spare building pieces should you need them. Once you have done that, at one end, that would be the end, of course, from which you will be kiting the griffin, you want to place a stone dinosaur gateway. And once you placed it down, put a gate there. That will be the entrance into the trap. That will be where you will be kiting the griffin into. At this other end, we're going to place down some pillars, and through these pillars we will fly with our pteranodon. We're actually going to land our pteranodon, so you want to center the pillar with the center of the final foundation. So we'll do that like so. So this will allow the pteranodon to fly through and not allow the griffin to fly out. Okay, once you've done this, we will want to place ceilings on top, but before that I do want to make another stone door frame, which is why I used up those last 2 pillars. Nearly forgot what they were called. With that said and done, let's place the ceilings right here. So you want to put them at the very top. You will have to do a bit of jumping, or if you have a mount, I do suggest that you mount it and do it that way. I'm just going to resort to jumping, and hopefully I don't break anything because I have these things numbered. Okay, so take your time there. Oh, let's pick that up again. That's not what it's supposed to be. And the last 2 ceilings, which of course can be tricky because of the multiple snapping points. There we go. So that is it for the trap. You do want to use a pteranodon. Now do bear in mind the pteranodon does not have a lot of stamina, and it does not have a lot of HP, and it does not have a lot of carry weight, so you want to ride lightly. And so make sure that you have a place to store all of your heavy stuff. I'm going to get rid of stuff that I don't need, then pretty much use my pteranodon to go and find a griffin and kite it into the trap. Before you go and kite the griffin, make sure that the gate is open. That is quite important. It does simplify life. if it's not open, you will have to fly ahead of the Griffin to open the gates and then re-aggro the Griffin, which by that point may have ended up aggroing onto something else. So you'll have to kill whatever the Griffin has aggroed onto. So what I don't need with me immediately, I will put into my Wyvern. I'm not going to put the kibble in there because the Wyvern will consume it. Now, my Pteranodon has been leveled up. It has been leveled up in HP and stamina. These birds do not have that much HP and stamina, so I suggest, for the purposes of kiting flyers into traps, to level up both HP and stamina, as that is quite important. So I think that is pretty much what I'll be taking with me. I don't need anything else. And I'm going to get rid of these as well. Try and be as light as possible. My Wyvern can pretty much store all my stuff for the moment. Okay, so I'll go and find the Griffin and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, here we are. I have managed to kite a Griffin. I did forget to follow my own advice and open the gate. I flew ahead and opened the gate, and then the Griffin aggroed onto this Dodec and this NPC human right here. So whilst it's trying to fight the NPC human, or the human NPC, shall I say, it is also taking damage from both the Dodec as well as the human, which is trying to hit the Dodec. Okay, so, okay, I thought the human was dead, but it's not. I'm trying to kill the human. Okay, the Dodec is focused on me. That means the human is dead, so the Griffin will focus on me as well. So, let's have a look. Yeah, it's following. That's good. So I'm going to fly slowly, let it hit me once or twice. You do want to allow the Griffin to hit you a couple of times so that it keeps its aggro on you. I'm going to walk up to the pillars, then dismount. I may get hit at this point because I'm kind of stuck. I do want to go out the back end so I can run around and shut the gate. You don't want to go through the trap because the Griffin will aggro onto you and follow you and may end up flying out of the trap. Now it's trapped in, so you can start taming it. I'm going to be using the trank darts for the purposes of taming this. You can also use trank arrows, but do bear in mind that with the trank arrows, the Griffin will take more damage. There is a bit of a difference between the trank arrows and trank darts in that the darts do less damage. However, the arrows do more damage but apply torpor over time. So it really comes down to whatever you prefer. In terms of riding the Griffin, as I said, you don't need a saddle, which is a good and a bad thing. The good thing is you can tame this creature early on once you unlock the stone structures. The bad thing is it will not take reduced damage from other creatures, so it is a bit flimsy in that department because it does not have armor. The Griffin does not have a decent amount of HP. I mean, it has an okay amount of HP, but it does not have a lot, so it can get killed quite easily. Also, do bear in mind that there is a lot of dust this creature is kicking up, so sometimes it can be difficult to hit. Once it has a high enough torpor, the Griffin, will actually just fly around, not hit any structures. So at that point, you can just walk into the trap and start tranking it from the inside. It looks like it's not kicking up dust, but it is, and that's because I am close to it. So there is like a little blind spot where you can be next to the Griffin, and it will not have that dust animation. If you're going to tame high level Griffins, I suggest that you use kibble. You can also use prime meat and other forms of meat. It will just take a longer time. And obviously make sure you have plenty of narcotics. If you're taming high level creatures, I do suggest using the starving method, which means you'll have to starve out the creature and then put the kibble in its inventory when it's ready to be tamed, or when you have starved it out for long enough. For this, there is a great app. It is called Dodo Dex, which you can use. You can find this on Android and iOS devices. The app will help you with knowing how long you need to starve the creature for, as well as how much narcotic you'll need for that, and how much narcotic you'll need in general for taming any creature, as well as with breeding any creatures in this game. So I've put the kibble in the Griffin's inventory. Sometimes it does take a while for the Griffin to realize that it's got food in its inventory, and so therefore wanting to eat it. So we'll have to wait this out. It may take a while. Sometimes it happens faster than other times, but don't stress, it will work. It's just one of the little bugs that the game does have. So as you can see, it decided to start eating the kibble. It is eating the extraordinary kibble, and there we have it. It is now tamed up. In terms of abilities, the Griffin does fly quite quick. It does have a dive ability, which allows it to fly even faster and pretty much outfly most of the creatures. You can also use the dive ability in combination with the ground to do a ground stomp, and it will do an AoE damage and damage anything around the area where the Griffin has dived onto, and it can carry 2 people. It does have a decent carry weight, and as you can see, you can also remain on its back if you unmount it while in flight. You can also, of course, use weapons on it, so another really good attribute for this creature. All around a very good creature, definitely worth getting. That is it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it and found it useful and informative. If you have, please do not forget to support me on the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. Also, don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos and content to the channel. And of course, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this you can find down below in the video description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. Until next time, stay safe, folks.